All right, we're recording. So it's been a couple weeks since I played. I'm trying to remember exactly what we're doing. First off, I'm going to check the war table. Also, I would not be surprised if I accidentally start using keys that are from like Outriders or something, like one of those other games that I've been playing the last week or two. So we'll see. Hopefully not, but I expect it's probably coming. All right, let's go check the war table. I'm pretty sure we set up a war table thing that was really long last time, and I was like, 33 hours. So that should be done. And I'm also pretty sure that we were doing main story quest zone. We opened it up for like 20 power. Emerald Graves, maybe? Is that the one? I don't know. We'll find out. What is this? Locate weapon of Tyr to Bright Axe. Oh, yeah. Inquisitor. I have no idea what to say. Scholars have debated whether Tyr's legendary axe was an axe set with crystal, an axe with a magically reinforced crystalline head, perhaps even just a very polished axe. But apparently the word translated from the ancient language commonly taken to be axe, in fact merely means hafted weapon. It is possible that translations of the saga have been edited to omit evidence that Tyr to Bright Axe may have been using what seems, from all appearances, to be a staff. No! What? Let's go, Rogab. Welcome in. Man, I thought I was going to get a new two-handed weapon. I'm getting this. That's going to be commonly used by a mage. I apologize for my confusion in this matter. I will endeavor to be more diligent in my translations in the future. Your sister, Dorcas Garin. A friggin' magic staff? Well, that's just BS. Alrighty, R-Squid. Thank you, thank you. Stupid Dorcas. It's technically a two-handed weapon. I thought I was getting an axe. Man, oh man. Yeah, that's what we're doing, right? Something. I think so. Let's see. I'll send some people off to other things. What is this one? This is just resources. And I really thought I was getting a new axe. Resources. Expose the double agent. An unknown traitor is lurking in Liliana's closest, almost a closet. I'm tired. Lurking in Liliana's closet. Circles of spies. She must set a subtle trap to catch the double agent. The planning will take considerable patience, but the Inquisition must purge this enemy spy from its ranks. 19 minutes. Oh, such patience. Used a staff as a hunter in Vanilla WoW for like 38 levels, so.
Let's see what we have.
What do we got? Gather herbs, resources. Not a lot to send people off on right now. Like, we might want to just do the resource ones or gold, because we've completed all the other ones aside from these that take power, but those open immediately. Hissing waste. What the crap is a hissing waste? Sure. I don't remember what the hissing waste was, so. Oh, was that desert area that I liked? I was like, this desert area is so much better than the other one. We'll send some people out for gold, I guess. All right. Well, there's the war table. Let's check our inventory. We got 80 power. I could open up all kinds of stuff. Anyway, let's check out our inventory. Make sure our bags are ready to be filled with just random white junk that I shouldn't pick up, but I take anyway. Oh, we're ready. Good job, Past Adam. All right. So where were we? The Hissing Waste. Forbidden Oasis. Establish camps, hold the Hissing Waste, and support Inquisition activity in the region. Establish camp. I don't remember. Exalted Plains. Emerald Graves. I know that we... Hang on. What's our primary quest at the moment? Oh no, I'm hitting buttons for the other game. There we go. No, it's the journal. Wait, we do want the journal. Okay, Journal J. All right. Here lies the abyss. Hear their calling and believe they have little time before succumbing to their corruption. Turn Skyhold and scout the western approach. If it looks like your grandma's oven mitt, yeah, absolutely. We have a quest here. I don't even have to leave home. It wants me to go in here to do it. It must be... Oh, crap. Do we need one of those 3 people for the war table? Oven mitt. I like those blankets, you know, for, like climbers use Mount Everest. So... I don't know. Since it's story day. Sidetrack. Well, it's story game day. We do everything in the story game. What is that? Oh, that's my shipment. I'm just trying to remember what all we were doing. What is this one? Fate of Emperors. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I see what these ones are. But we were doing some other... Graves. Go to Argon's Law. That's not the one that we were doing. Wait. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I'm starting to remember now. So in the Emerald Graves, that's where we had that like haunted house area. All right, let's just go do whatever. Get back into the game. But now I'm remembering kind of what we were doing. That was pretty cool. I like that Emerald Graves area with the haunted house and exploring it and whatnot. It was a little easier than I thought it was going to be, but overall it was pretty fun. Yeah, we were setting up these camps. I remember this was a pretty interesting zone. It was really pretty. So, yeah. Imagine playing Dragon Age without sidetracking. Can't do it. So an Acid Man, welcome in. Now I remember where we were. We had just explored a tomb in this in the Hissing Wastes. So I like this zone. Like I said, it was really pretty for a desert zone. I don't remember the name of the first desert zone we went to, but it was for some reason it felt like more plain than this one. I don't know if it's just because this one's like nighttime and there's the stars and a gigantic moon. I don't know why in every game the moon is friggin' enormous. Like, I don't know. I don't care what the game is. The moon, and it's not like a perspective thing. Like, yes, on Earth, the moon comes right over the horizon. You see it. It looks bigger than normal. But my God, in games, like every game I've ever played, the moon is just friggin' gargantuan. So, Ken, welcome in. No matter where it is in the sky, just gargantuan. In pretty much every game.
Inquisitor.
It's prettier like that. Did you see these guys like floating in the air? They were like sitting crisscross, floating in the air with this magical cheese. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. All right, Sand and Ruin. So this is the tomb we had gone in. Yeah, there was the merchant. I remember. Venatori presence. All right, we'll head north. We'll unlock this camp. I guess we're gonna kill some Venatori on the way up to remember things. What are my keys? 4 charges, 5 whirlwinds. That's all I need to know. Okay. That's inventory. Okay, that's not skills in this game. What's character record? Spin to win. That's right. Sarah. I'm gonna try something out. I was thinking about last week and I forgot to check it. What if you set them to follow themselves? Well, then they just do whatever they want that's in their best interest. I want to test it out. All right, everyone follow it yourself. I don't know what that means exactly, but All right, let's go. Yeah, look at that moon. It's huge. Imagine the tides on this planet. Maybe it's less massive though. Like it's really big, but it's hollow. That must be it. I hit control to roll because I am playing Outriders. And we need to roll. Probably crumble. Some people say our moon is hollow. There's that whole thing where apparently it's not true. It's been disproven. But there was this thing where, like, when a probe or something landed on the moon, scientists were like, the moon rang out like a bell. Or whatever. It's not true. Whoa. An RPG. Speaking of snowflake mages, I need to look at that weapon that we got from the quest. I cannot believe Tyrda's thing is a staff. What kind of crap is that? It doesn't even have, like, flavor text. Is it better than yours, Solus? Higher DPS, more crit. It is better. He's wearing a level 3 staff. Solus, I'm so sorry. Here, take this. The moon was calling Gondor for aid. Where was Gondor? Let's go, Jeremy. Oh, I remember doing this area as well. What is that question mark? All right, time to kill our first people of the day. Get out of here. He's dead. Stop. Oh, they play so much differently when they're set to follow themselves. Interesting. John Blackwall, you hold that cheese with pride, my friend. What we got going on over here? What's the key? V. I meant to change that to something easier to spam, but I have not done so. I thought about putting it on middle mouse, but I kind of like being able to quickly zoom out to go into tactical mode with middle mouse, so not 100%. Oh, hooray! I get to read my first book of the day. Let me lubricate the old vocal cords. Man, the caffeine in this tea really needs to kick in. Happy Cheese Shield Day. How's it going, Doy? Did you get so many more hits on Tinder yesterday after changing your profile? Bet you did. Oh, hey. Oh, wrong button. Search of Canyon Tomb. Sketch, really. So there's a treasure down there that we missed. The Cheese Wardens. Let's go on Pilot Watch. Marina. I'm returning to the main camp. Don't linger past sunset. We were working by torchlight past dark when a horde of spiders poured out of the canyon's rocks. There are Red Templars on patrol, but the Overseer wants us to go faster. He should ask the wretched brutes to guard us while we work. We already have few enough Venatori after the disaster at Redcliffe. Something the Red Templars have taken pains to remind us about. I've noticed. Are all Templars in the south this haughty? Harmonum. I was just kidding, guys. You can disengage. I'm just hitting the wrong buttons because I've never played this game. Search a burial ground tomb. Man. Hello. You did what? You're careful. You can leave that cracked a little bit, please, so it doesn't get as hot in here today. So there's still that question mark. Where is that? Is that like up on the ridge? I keep holding shift to try to run. Because again, I'm playing Outriders right now. Never right. I still need to go check out our crafting. I keep forgetting that, and I'm like, next time we go to Skyhold, I need to see if I can craft some better gear, because our gear is kind of under-leveled these days, and then I always forget. God, that moon's huge.
Worth a look around, right?
That's right, Sarah. It's probably just alcohol, but we'll look. Something on my mouse. Cat hair or something? What do we got? Oh, it's something to read. A journal on Dwarven ruins. Inscriptions on the ruins are all in the Old Tongue. Thank you, grandmother, for teaching this ungrateful brat Old Dwarven. The writing talks about the sad parting from the stone. Hundreds of years ago, several houses left their taigs to settle here under one leader. They were running from a war, running so there wouldn't be a war. I read and reread the pillars until the light faded, but I know I'm missing something. I'll go back tomorrow. I wish Felicity's sister hadn't talked her out of joining me. If you use an extra pair of eyes, keep watch at night. Just didn't get him more dates. Done, surprisingly. Yeah. It's alright. They don't deserve you if they don't know about wombat poop, you know? Alright, I guess we're going in here, and we haven't been in this ruin, so. Yeah, I remember talking last time we played that this was kind of an interesting area, and then I'm really curious why these dwarves decided to settle outside of the earth, you know, not connected to the deep roads. Well, at least not directly connected. So it looks like we're gonna find out a little bit about that. Loot. Just got living laser here. That should be some kind of filter on there, don't you think? You'd think so. Maybe that's a bad idea. Loot. Volcanic arm. I actually like this game quite a bit. I just don't like having to do this scan thing all the time. If you don't do it, you'll miss things. There's some things that you have to scan to loot as well. It's like no women of culture there. That was it. What kind of crappy Dwarven ruins was this? It was mainly to find that mosaic piece, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't add anything to the game, just spamming V. I wonder what button it was on the controller. It's like, I wonder if this game made a lot of people buy like turbo controllers. Like, I'm just gonna turn the turbo on this button. Just hold it down. Your mom's Dwarven ruin. Brutal. What a brutal insult. I might never recover. I'll have you know that my mom died during a Dwarven attack. So that's very insensitive. So, yeah. I bet you feel really bad now. What do we got down there? Oh, right. The camp. It's just not a camp yet. Yeah, this desert zone is really pretty, though. She did. Gimli was a traitor. She's currently in a Dwarven ruin.
Venatori hiding everywhere.
Inquisitor.
She was ruined by dwarves. Inquisitor. Inquisitor. Leave me alone. Power overwhelming. Rifts near the canyon. Did we go inside that down there? I have no idea. I know we didn't go around and hit that landmark, obviously, because it's glowing. I feel like we went in this tomb, though. I feel like we did. I don't know. Let's go hit this rift, see how hard the rifts are. Wait. Is this that area where, like, the rifts kept having two different pride demons? I was like, rifts here are no friggin' joke. But then I realized we could just dispel where the pride demon spawns. Yeah, I remember this now. And I was like, I should go tank and take 3 mages with me. That way they can just friggin' dispel the entire rift. So we're gonna need to go around this canyon to get to that rift. What's all this whispering? Battle of 5 armies. This wasn't there. Died in the cinema. Just sit and watch it. Battle of the 5 armies. Man, I hope that show is good that they're making for Lord of the Rings. I really hope it's good. Obviously, I hope everything is good, right? Any kind of media. It's not like I hope things fail. Or I sure hope this sucks. But I extra hope that the show they're making for Lord of the Rings is good. Can we... How much further around is this? Yeah, it's quite a ways. Out of the way, Ibex, or whatever you are. I really hope they don't, like... Not saying Game of Thrones as a whole is bad or whatever. Song of Ice and Fire. But I hope they don't try to push it in that sort of direction, which is kind of what I heard at first. It's like, no, you don't need to add any, like, almost like grotesque instead of excess. You don't need to add any grotesque nudity. that's very true. Don't need to like force in any extra like love scenes and, or whatever. Just stick to Tolkien's vision and it'll be good. All right, rift time. Quick save because we're scared of everything. Alright, so I don't know where the big demon's gonna spawn, so we're just gonna have Solus dispel one of these if he has the mana to do so. It looks like he should, right? We're gonna have him dispel one of these. He can only hit one. So hopefully he hits the one that's the big one. Okay, good show. It's like summoning the collector. I sure hope Lord of the Rings is bad. Oh, it looks like we did get the big one. Nice. One of the big ones, anyway. Yeah, it looks like we probably dispelled the Pride Demon. That is so crazy. Man, it seems like the best Rift strategy, literally, would be take as many mages with Dispel as possible. You could take 3 mages and be really safe, have lots of damage, have all 3 of them dispel one part of the Rift, and then you only have to do half of the second wave of the Rift. That's really silly. Pyroclastic. I'm not sure why my alert didn't pop up. Oh. There we go. There we go. Pyro. Pyro, thank you for the resub. 6 months already, man. Thank you, Pyro. Very much appreciated. Much love to Pyro and EAX. Thank you for the follow. I stop at 3. It's because I can't be a mage. Don't get serious to dispel those unsummoned demons. Yeah, I don't know. How big of an experience thing is the rifts, though? Like, is dispelling half of a rift so much XP that's going to put you behind for the whole game if you're also doing all the side quests? I don't know. I think everything scales with how we're playing anyway, though. John Lunar, Silas, welcome in. Super Glue, good to see you. How's your evil empire going, Super Glue? The developers... this kind of sucks in a way. The developers of the Evil Geniuses 2 game... I'm, like, legitimately asking, too. I'm not like, oh, so stupid, Silas. It's not going to work that way. Do all the side quests, you'll be good long before it becomes a problem anyway. So the developers of Evil Geniuses 2 sent me an email in February asking me if I wanted the game early, super early, so I could get good at it, make guides for it, make videos for it, have early access, and be an ambassador for the game. Here's the problem. That email had tons of videos and GIFs in it, and because of the size of the email, I'm guessing that's why, it hit my spam box. And so I was emptying my spam folder about a week ago, and I came across that, and I was like, oh, crap. I would have agreed to that 100%. So I emailed them, and I was like, your email hit my spam box. I'm sorry I didn't see it. I don't know if this opportunity still exists, but if it does, I'd be willing to do it now, even though it's past, you know, the window that you gave and all this. And they replied to me actually this morning, and they said, oh, no problem. We'd definitely still love to have you as an ambassador for the game. We'll send you a key and all this kind of stuff and whatnot. But it really sucks that I could have had the game like a month and a half early and gotten knowledgeable with it and had like content ready to go as soon as the embargo was off for the like YouTube algorithms and stuff. But I can't believe it hit the spam box. So I'm on my business email for the stream. I'm gonna have to start checking my spam box like every day. I usually only check it like once a month to empty it, but I've been playing it this past week through the story with about 50 hours in. Jeez. Yeah, it really sucks. I don't know if we've talked to this. Oh, this is like a pilgrim or something. Howdy, pilgrim.
Hello again.
All men are the work of our maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Whatever. Yeah, here.
Weren't you somewhere else a few minutes ago?
That's just with
Blessed are
one.
those that walk in the sight of the maker.
So I'll probably be playing that. I'll probably trying it out at some point this week, but it just is unfortunate that I could have had, you know, it might have been good for the channel. That's 4 geniuses and 4 different islands. Canyon Overlook. A draft of cold air from the canyon brings with it the sharp stench of rot around the overlook. Puncture wounds dot the corpses of a gurn and its unlucky owner. Ugh. All right, their death, my fortune. What do we get here? Dwarven plates. Close to the realm, a good storyline. You have 60 hours in it already. So yeah, I'll probably be playing that. I actually have a bounty I need to do tomorrow, but I might be playing it after the bounty and then possibly like Friday. Okay. Let's just hit up the camps and then we'll go elsewhere. So we're gonna go to this camp and then we're gonna beeline to this one. Can eat our Dwarven dinner off that plate. Oh, happy day.
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report. Oh, I'm sleepy today. Sorry, though. We got our cheese shields. We're good to go. There we go. Actually, I have a point to spend. My blow costs less stamina and deals increased damage against targets that have been knocked down. I kind of like that. I use this attack quite a bit after we charge. The only downside is I think we have the skill that makes it so the attack is free after a charge. Yeah, after you finish your charge, your next ability costs no stamina. So it's kind of like anti-synergetic, or it would mean like I need to start using something else after the charge, which is fine. We're on main mission. Like main mission adjacent. We had to open this place with power, and it was a pretty big one, and it's learning about the Venatori. And the Venatori is the ones that are obviously orchestrating or carrying out the assassination, attempted assassination, hopefully, of the Empress. So it's main story, but it's not like super side quest, but it's not like the Inquisitor main path story. Hopefully that makes sense. I think I'm remembering it right. So we are in a story zone, not a side quest zone. We are doing side stuff as we go through it, and we are tracking down Venatori agents to learn more about the assassination thing, if that makes more sense. Enemies knocked down by a mighty blow are slower to get back to their feet, so we can knock them down for longer. That's pretty nice, because then our cooldowns will come back up. I use Pommel Strike quite a bit too. Hits harder and faster. Stuns enemies longer if they are already suffering from a negative status effect. You also get an armor bonus, but I mean, we're not really doing the tanking at the moment. What is this upgrade? Successfully performing an ability combo earns additional focus for the party. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take... We still haven't respect, right? We respect once. Increase damage against targets. 300% damage bonus. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna see what it does. Just some others. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like the... I think the two main big side quests, or I mean, it's a big side quest, non-side quests are actually this one. This one's the biggest one right here. So the fate of Empress Celine and all of Orlais been threatened. So this is the, when we got sent to the future, we saw like what could happen or what's going to happen on its current path. And the catalyst that began all this was the assassination of Empress Celine. So this is probably what I would consider the absolute main storyline right now. But this area was one of the ones that was open to power in order to see what the crap's going on with the Venatori. That's main story. Yeah. I'm gonna take 30 power to unlock, which is kind of crazy. So we might actually hit some of that one up today. I'll probably stream a little later today since I started later, so we should have time, hopefully. I was tempted to put some more hours in this game since I'm doing like this spring break week where I'm playing more variety stuff. So I don't know. It's a possibility this weekend I might put some hours into it. Yeah, I probably should do that one not only for the sake of just getting the main story progressed, but also I'm thinking it's going to open up more places on the map to send people to, and we've almost unlocked every current thing on the war table. Even like off camera at night. Yeah, like just to chill a couple hours or something. Yeah, I might do that. Fun too, if you remember right. All right, man, this place has lots of camps. So that's one of the main quests here, is to open up all the camps. There's a question mark.
To report, sir.
Let's see what this is. You guys skulking around over there. Skulkers.
It'd take ages to dig that out.
The Venatori want these tombs. Let's see if they found another way in.
I think this zone is interesting too, which is one reason why I've stayed a little bit. And it's starting to get hot in here already today. Daggone, man. Event. Can we get back to winter? Just fall. Just fall. If your eyes were as sharp as your tongue, you'd have long realized that we've found more than just another tomb. This is where the dwarves who built this city emerged from the deep roads. Whatever drove them here, they were determined to stay. The lowest levels were deliberately collapsed. Send Virtus back when he's done with the runes in the canyon. Do not make him lift anything heavier than a quill. That slave cost a pretty fortune. So this is where the group here, as it said, came out of the deep roads, and they sealed it behind them. We also saw something that said that they might have been escaping a war or trying to prevent a war. It's kind of interesting. Guessing some kind of Dwarven civil war? Dusty notes, Linus. 4 slaves injured and 10 crushed under the rock. We couldn't excavate this entrance with 50 if we keep losing so many. I propose we dig down from the top. There's no other way to reach the tomb without risking another rock slide. Leave this note for the others. I must inform the overseer about our reduction in labor. Reduction in labor. Let's go, Rix. Are we winning? I'm gonna go with yes. It's a very interesting way to put it. Reduction in labor. Oh yeah, that did way more damage. I would say that did approximately 300% more damage. Just a ballpark number. Determine how you build your layers well. Our friend and I are playing the same island but different geniuses, and we story layers. Yeah, that's interesting. It's good to know that. So a lot of games like that tend to not have a lot of replayability. So it sounds like that one has a lot of replayability, which is always nice with any game, right? So that sounds good. Yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I can't believe I missed that email though, because of the stupid spam box. Man, are we gonna have to come to that from the top, maybe? Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I could have been, like I said, the first, and that's when Phoenix Point came out, and we got it early. It's actually really good for the channel. I was talking to Stuff about it last night in the team channel where we kind of talk about stream business and whatnot. And man, Phoenix Point was so good. Looks interesting. You don't know if it would be your thing. Yeah, I'm excited to try it out and see what I think. I didn't play the first. I think we might have to come to that from the other side. Unless this like loops around in some weird way. Playability is really good as far as you can see. Never heard of it till I had heard the name, but I didn't know what it was. We're in the desert on a horse with no name. Why can't I pan my camera? I think that's the that's the edge of the map. I'm thinking that's the edge of the map. Where's the riverbed? Sunstop Mountains. And if I could get out of the rain. Oh, yeah, that's the edge of the map. I was right. So an IMAX. We've been playing lately, IMAX. They're still stuck in Genshin. Speaking of IMAX in games, since IMAX, when he first joined the channel, was due to an ARPG, the technical alpha invites start going out today for Diablo 2 Resurrection, or Resurrected, or whatever. I'm hoping I get one, but I'm doubtful. And Genshin and some Diablo 3. I would really love to get it. So I'm curious. I don't think that they've talked about it yet, but I'm really curious Why is my alerts showing yesterday's all of a sudden? I'm gonna so that's a reload. Anyway, I'm really curious which patch. Yeah, they start going out today. Or no, tomorrow, the 8th. So, anyway, I'm really curious which iteration of Diablo 2 they're gonna come in on, because the latest there was a like balancing patch for Diablo just like 8 years ago. I know 8 years is a long time, but the game is way different now than it was on its release, or you know, whatever. So I'm wondering if my guess is that it probably won't be 1.09. It'll probably be closer to today, like 1.14 or something. I'm curious to see. Hopefully I get the technical alpha invite. I doubt it though. Let's go on, Gucci. Welcome in. It's dark. All right, there we go. It's been reloaded. Just doing whatever the last patch is. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's 1.14, I think, is this one. Also, a lot of people don't want to see new updated content for Diablo 2, but I think they should so I think it should launch on this 1.14, and then they should start actively patching the game again, because there's a lot of things that are still like broken in that game. So they should at least do like bug fixes and whatnot. But anyway, we'll see. I'm just hoping I'm not disappointed with it. I was not disappointed with StarCraft Remastered. So hopefully this is similar thing. But yeah, if I get the technical alpha invite and it's streamable, I'll be doing that for sure. Ugh, it's friggin' camera views. It's coming sooner. Yeah, it's gonna be this year is all we know. But technical alpha coming tomorrow, or invites going tomorrow, is a good sign probably. Although it's technical alpha, so it's not even in beta yet. Who knows? All right, stupid shards. Let's go ahead and hit the shards up. I actually don't mind getting the shards, honestly. Whoa, we one-shot that guy? He is immune to stun. Is there another archer somewhere? No. The arrow just felt like it came from a weird angle. King Willow Weave. Tier 3 cloth. Don't remember seeing one of those before. That's interesting. Pretty interactive game. You were literally at first and you got sucked into it. Yeah, I'm excited to try it out. Whoops, targeted the wrong guy. The shards are stupid. I really don't mind getting the shards. It's just the stupid looking through the skull thing. It's annoying because, like I've talked about, you know, it distorts your camera in this weird way, and it's like, you know what? Let's go in here before I forget about this place. Let's get that shard first, but now we'll go down here. Yeah, but there's some stuff I would definitely not mind them adding. I know a lot of people are like, no, it needs to be pure Diablo 2. Just exactly what it is, updated graphics. I don't know that that's the way to go permanently for it. If they want it to be a success. I guess it depends on what Blizzard wants. Are they wanting to just appeal to only a nostalgia crowd, or are they wanting to try to bring in people that never played Diablo 2 as well? The slogan for it is Diablo 2 for a new generation or something like that. So at least makes you believe that they're not opposed to doing those things. But even something small, like having a third ladder that's solo self-found, that would be pretty cool. I'd be happy with even just that. Hours I put in Dragon Age into this one. This is our 10th stream of it, so we're probably can I just save and see actually? We're almost 60 hours in. A journal on Dwarven ruins. It's a paragon. The man who led the people here, who built the city, was Master Smith Paragon Farrell. Legend says he died in the Deep Roads during a war between two Tigers who used his rune work to build fantastic weapons of destruction. If he escaped up here, that means the records are wrong, or someone 1,000 years ago tried to pretty up the truth about his leaving. The most talented shaper of runes in Dwarven history, escaping with his entire house to the surface. Now that will fluff some beards in the shaperate. My father said our old family business used to be near an archway that was part of Farrell's Paragon statue. Wish I could have shown him this. He's the one who wanted to believe our ancestors in the stone were still guiding us. Be nice to think it were true, old man. Played around 6, got kind of overwhelming. Yeah, you know what? The game is really massive, and there's so many side quests and so many areas to do. I wonder if doing something like I'm doing, even if you don't stream, helps with that. I've heard a lot of that about it being overwhelming. But like, if you say like, all right, every Sunday I'm gonna play 2 hours of Dragon Age, and if it takes me 5 years to get through it, then oh well. Some weeks maybe I'll play longer. Maybe it's less to digest in chunks like that. Since I only play it once a week, it hasn't felt so bad. But yeah, I've heard that a lot from people that it's like I quit because there's just too much friggin' stuff going on. Too many things to do, too many side quests, too many zones. Especially for like completionist people, you know. Let's go in, Cat and Boot. Welcome in. So a lot of times when we have these these torches like this, there are runes. So I'm searching for runes. This is pretty interesting. So there was a civil war between dwarves, and they had some kind of super crazy weaponry on both sides that were from this Paragon guy. And so he chose to leave rather than get involved in the war that he maybe inadvertently caused to be bloodier than it should have been. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. I think this zone's been pretty interesting so far, story-wise.
Excuse me. The air strips the throat.
Yeah, it's a massive game. Massive game. Yep, there's the rune. Okay. Master Fire Rune. There might be more, though, so I'm not going to put this down yet. But this game is relatively easy to... So some games, for whatever reason, like if you don't play them for a week, especially in certain genres, and you come back for it, or a couple weeks, you come back and you're like, I don't know what crap's going on anymore. I have to start this thing completely over because I am just lost. I haven't felt that way with this for some reason. It's like easy to come back into. Maybe it's because the gameplay is so easy, but... Which may be a bad thing, but... The genre that's the hardest for me to come back into after not playing for a couple weeks is probably like Metroidvanias. So things like Hollow Knights. Metroidvanias are really tough to come back into. I think part of that is because Metroidvanias, just as part of that genre, you unlock skills, items, powers, whatever, that allow you to go back to previous sections and open up new paths to continue. It's all very interwoven. And so it's like if you don't play for a little while and you go back to it, it's like, all right, well, I just got this thing that now allows me to spawn vines. Where the crap were the vines? I know I saw them some week, and then you end up having to re-explore the entire friggin' game that you've already played because you can't remember. Anyway, that's kind of a long tangent to say that this game feels pretty easy to go back into if you haven't played it in a little while. That's blocked. Is there any more that's not blocked? All night, the bat was made the way it is. Able to jump back in. Right? Yeah. And I think that's just Metroidvanias in general. Like I said, I love Metroidvania games, but it feels like that with all of them. All right, here we go. So we got to read these and place them in order. If we do not put them in the correct order for the story, then we will spawn demons. But if we do put them in the right order, can I drop this? Okay. We'll open that door, and there should presumably be some treasure. So far, every one of these that we've opened has had an epic jewelry piece. And with his son's help, he ensured the Tig prospered and grew. So that's definitely not the first one. But in the sand was stone, strong and true. Probably not the first one either. Pharrell hewed the stone and built as great as any Tig in the deep. The sun burned above oceans of sand. Stone built as great as any Tig. But in the sand was stone, strong and true. So that seems like it comes after that one over there. Okay, so the only question is, where does this second one go? Ocean of sand. So is this 1 or 3? I feel like that's 3. Let's try it out. One. 2. 3. So far so good. I think we're good.
Not a moment too soon.
You still haven't explained how you didn't starve in the desert.
Wilfred found berries growing on top of the rocks we were stranded on. It was that or nothing. An hour later, he started screaming. We both started screaming.
Poison?
No. I won't call it that. I was convinced a ring of nugs was singing sea shanties to us for 2 nights running.
So, they were tripping balls. They were trying to survive in the desert. Found some berries. Some magic berries. Alright, what's our treasure for that? Superb belt of melee defense. 10% melee defense. Not bad. Legion of the Dead armor. Tier 3 heavy armor schematic. We gotta check these out. Next time I'm in Skyholds, I gotta check it out. What are we wearing? Range defense. What does Blackwall got on? 200 max health. Jokes bad. Jokes bad unless they're legally prescribed by a doctor. He's got a mullet. 200 max health. Interesting. I'm gonna throw this on him for now. He actually doesn't have another ring. What? Wow, we need to find another ring for him. It seems that it was a wombat poop. We've come full circle, or I guess full cube. At least that story was a pretty easy one. Yep, that's me. Come, horse with no name. I think I call Patsy sometimes and Clancy other times. Don't know why. But we're in a desert, so you have no name now. The horse has no name. It needs no name. And I should have brought that fan in here. It's gonna get hot in here today again, man. Wish there was a way I could stream downstairs like I used to. So much cooler down there. We're definitely on the wrong side of this, but I'm curious what's up here now that we're up here. What's this? Oh, that's my torch. Vandalaria. No one saw that. I definitely didn't get myself turned around a little bit and go to the exact tomb that I just cleared. It's a good thing that's not recorded or anything. All right, I see another area up there. It looks like the shard might be in that little nook though. And then we'll go up there. One, I guess, downside of this game being so massive in story and quest rich, aside from it just feeling almost insurmountable to complete everything, is the thought of replaying this game. Unless this is the only game you basically play or your primary game for like years, the thought of replaying through as other things is I mean, it's more than daunting. It's like, I don't want to do it. I like this game. I am enjoying the playthrough, but I'm definitely not already thinking like, man, I want to play through this again as a mage. No, one time is enough, I feel. Which is one reason why I played on the hardest difficulty on Nightmare. This is a good, like, once and done. It's good, yeah, exactly. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But I just do not have the... Some games, when I finish it, I'm like, all right, it's time for playthrough number 2. I think Divinity 2 feels different in that way. Way more classes as well. Even though it is a long game, too. But there's not tons of side quests in that one. Gotcha. Obviously, it's not really a fair comparison because it's a completely different kind of game. But for instance, like God of War, I immediately was like, even though it's so crazy because in that game, there's not really that many varying specs. Yeah, there's a little bit that you can kind of tweak and do differently. But man, as soon as I was done with God of War, I was like, I want to play this again. Do the hardest difficulty and get out. Like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but maybe it was even designed for that purpose. It's definitely the other end of the spectrum from things like roguelikes and whatnot, right? Where you do like a playthrough and then you immediately do... How'd you guys come from that direction? Another one with the next class, Looking forward to Divinity 3. There's a Divinity 3 in the works. 120 hours in Divinity 2. At least the third was just dying too much. Big bad. Didn't you say you had a problem with it where you would go into areas way before you should have? There's some dogs on super nice outside right now. Yeah, I think it's been nice out, but God, this room gets so friggin' hot. Oh, Minion, thank you for posting the music, by the way. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. But like I said, I catch up in the music channel, like, I don't know, in a week, every now and then and whatnot. But I'll check it out. You say that, but I'll probably definitely go head first and stuff. Yes, yes, he does have a wheel of cheese. It's actually a worse shield. So, when I was exploring a few weeks ago, I found this hidden, like, secret-ish area that was hard to get to, and I had to, like, jump across some things. And I got up somewhere, and there was a table with an item that I could loot that looks like cheese, and I was like, is that cheese? And I looted it, and it said I had looted a shield. Like the Shield of Destiny or something. And I was like, if I equip that, is it actually going to look like cheese? And sure enough, it did. So I had to leave it on him. Dyson Silent Fans. Yeah, I have a really quiet fan I need to bring in here. My mom actually bought it for me for the stream last year. It's crazy I'm going to have to use it already. Are you stunnable? No. Yes, good job. One down. There was only one. Where's the first quest? Basement rat killing. Let's finish the whole game with a cheese shield. It's not that much worse than the other shield that we have. It's like 3 defense worse, but I had to use it for style points, you know? Fashion souls. This thing's dead. Why is it still making these noises? A faint inscription in ancient Dwarven script is carved in the archway. Let this gate be the stone over your head. Home never forgotten. Anchoring soil and sky. We saw something about a Dwarven archway not too long ago. Okay. Sizable Venatori presence. So we probably want to hit the camp first. Maybe it's battles they're releasing. Well, I mean, it disintegrated into a fine ash, but perhaps. Yeah, so we got the cheese shield. I'm wondering if there's like a, you know, a spork of destiny or something. A fork of the chosen. I don't know. But if we get something like that, I guess Blackwall's gonna have that forever as well. Nice staff. Hey, this is an axe. It looks bigger in combat, okay? You're at the wrong angle. My character's body fat makes it look smaller. Wait, what? What are we talking about? A wine bottle for the main head, yeah. I know it's game mechanic that's teleporting them, but I'm like traversing this steep mountain, like cliffs, this dangerous area, and I go around a corner and my entire team's already there. Oh. It's nice to see that you've made it. I like this zone. I don't know why. I usually don't like deserty zones. Aside from like Garuda Valley from Ocarina of Time, but that's just nostalgia. He probably cheesed his way up there. Those fancy hooked cheese knives. Look at all this Dwarven stuff we got here. Breath of the Wild is really good too. Bias because it's weird. Yeah, it is. I really liked Breath of the Wild.
Make a good lookout post.
Breath of the Wild is an interesting thing too. Like, I liked my blind playthrough of Breath of the Wild so much that part of me is like, I absolutely want to go play that again. And then part of me is like, I do not want to do that whole friggin' game again. I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like how Skyrim is to me these days. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back for like a nostalgia playthrough of Skyrim. I'm gonna do the whole thing. It's gonna be fun. And then I'm like, I don't want to play through Skyrim again. Whoops. Shrines kill it for you. Let's go, Jerem. Dragoon, welcome in. Sketch of Colossus tomb. All right, so we're gonna find some kind of treasure in the groin of a Colossus. That should be easy to remember. Venatori orders. Member of the Venatori. We're close to unearthing the secrets the old dwarves buried here. The Elder One will doubtless be pleased with our success, but be vigilant. While our work has gone well, the Inquisition and their false heralds were seen traveling toward the wastes. Double the watch on your camps. Do not scoff the idea we may be outmatched by a warrior. Trevelyan? I always forget how his name is. Has spilled our brethren's blood too many times to count. They leveled up. We cannot allow the Inquisition to take this place from us. If you are pressed, retreat to our main camp behind the Sunstop Mountains. Extra guards will be posted. The Elder One will prevail. So it sounds like, since we know this, this one of the greatest Dwarven paragons of all time, mainly because he was a weapons, like some kind of advanced weaponsmith. I'm guessing they're looking for some kind of like ancient Dwarven super weapons. Weapons of Dwarven destruction. 2 large moss-covered stones, perhaps. First time in Breath of the Wild, I snuck into Hyrule Castle after beating only one divine boss. I'm just fighting Ganon. Ended up doing so anyway. And you beat him. The Colossal Titan, man. That's crazy. Carrots. Ah, the old hiding place in the Colossus groin. Classic. Classic. Alright, let's go take care of this rift, I guess. That's where he keeps his family jewels, yeah. Whoa. It's quite the operation they got going on here. I know I marked a spot on the map, then we're going the opposite way, but I gotta see what's up here. Aside from fall damage. Loot. Did everyone level? I think Sarah's behind them a little bit, isn't she? Yeah. She is. Alright. What were we doing with you? Every attack that strikes you while walking first is active increases your guard. All the damage taken while walking first active is converted to focus. That's kind of interesting. So we can get converted to focus and we could get counter strike. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's see. Challenge. Hitting a target with challenging blood pumping Timberlake increases your stamina regen. That also sounds pretty good. Challenge as many enemies as you want with no cooldown. Draw strength from your war cry, improve your armor. War cry echoes across the battlefield, catching more enemies. Throw the gauntlet sounds pretty good. There's quite a few things I wouldn't mind grabbing here. So the shield protects you against ranged attacks from the front. Damage reduction 50% against frontal ranged attacks. Let's see. Where's Raw? You fight all the harder when you're hurting. Getting stamina when you lose health. 10% stamina gain for every 10% health lost. That also seems pretty good. Shield wall. I don't really like shield wall. Yeah. It seems like it's pretty situational. Constitution +3. Shield bash is good, of course. Turn the blade. Any blow you can see, you can turn. Damage resistance 20%. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. Against range attacks in the front. I'm guessing that is like arrows and stuff. It'd be interesting to know if that also gives damage reduction to magical range attacks, like those spirit things that like throw those charged balls or whatever. If that protects from that also, then that's an incredible amount of damage reduction. Or like the Revenants with their friggin' machine gun thing that can one-shot even Blackwall. I mean, it's not hard to respec in this game, so I'm gonna try it out and see if see how that does. I think on the next couple levels for him, we'll get those stamina regen things. All right, so let's dispel. Dispelling magic and status effects increase your own spell damage and barrier generation for a brief time. Spell now weakens the magic. Okay. Revival. Spirits now protect your allies for a short time, reducing incoming damage, reviving them if they fall unconscious. Revival is easier to cast. It no longer revives allies. Yeah, I've seen that one. We're dipping into Rift Mage, which I'm not 100% on. Around weakened enemies, use them to increase the damage of your own attacks. Pull of the Abyss now wrenches in enemies quickly enough to damage them. 500% weapon damage on the pull. That's kind of crazy. Cast Pull of the Abyss more often, and enemies caught in its effect are weakened. I think I like that one more overall. We have a lot of things in here that help when enemies are debuffed or weakened. So I think I'm going to do that one. Both of those seem pretty nice, though. What's the cooldown on Pull of Abyss? 32-second cooldown. All right, try those out. So on this, your first respec is free, and then after that, it looks like the second one is like 300 something gold. I don't know if it's then like 300 something gold repeating forever because we haven't bought it, or if it goes up every single time. But if it's only 300 something gold, that's not a big deal. That's like a couple wide items. So kill a couple things and you're able to respec someone. I really like the accessibility of the respecing in this. Some games are really stingy about respecs. Especially crazy when like a really long game is stingy with respecing, you know. One shard. That's weird. Alright, let's go close this rift. Yeah, the first one's free, yeah. That's what I was saying. And then after that, it's like 300 and something. And then I don't know if the second one is... I don't know if the follow-up of that one, since I haven't bought it, is again 300 or if it keeps scaling. Costs money, but it's really a trivial amount. Yeah. Yeah, or like in Grim Dawn is that way. So in Grim Dawn, it just... Yeah, it's just the currency, and it's low enough that... Like, you're stuck with a class that you choose, but you can respec pretty much as you want. Yeah, like in-game money, yeah. Grim Dawn is a really good ARPG. If you like ARPGs like Diablo, if you want... So, Blackwall, what the crap? Blackwall. You fell off there and then drank 2 potions as we're headed towards a rift? If we die on this rift or have to run because we're 2 potions short, I'm not gonna be happy, Blackwall. I'm gonna sit you out for a little while. Anyway, if you haven't played Grim Dawn but you like ARPGs like Diablo, Grim Dawn is really, really good. It's a really good game. It's, oh my god. Anyway, it's more closely related, I would say, to like Diablo 2 than Diablo 3. So Path of Exile, if you've only ever played Diablo for your ARPGs, Path of Exile is more similar to Diablo 3. I know it's not so many differences, but sometimes I say that and people are like, it is not Diablo 3. Whereas Grim Dawn is more reminiscent of Diablo 2. I want this ghoul's beard. What the crap? Give me this. That game has dual classes too, Grim Dawn, but you can just respec your skills anytime. Crap. No ghoul's beard for us. Bobo. 16 months. It's been that long, Bobo. Bobo, thank you for the resub. Morning to you. Thank you, Bobo. Much love to Bobo for the support. This looks like it could be a rough rift. Okay, never mind. Alright, where's the bigger of the summons? Looks like we have enough mana to dispel. We'll dispel this one. I don't know what's coming out, but we'll dispel it. Goat, thank you for the follow. So I can't type. We have people spoiling things, so I have to do the day follower thing only on Wednesdays. If you stick around, you can type, but on your first Wednesday, you can't type because we have people spoiling, but still appreciate you. Time flies, you're having fun, yeah. Man, that is a lot. Time really fast. Crap. 2 pride demons? No. Stop. I'm trying to cancel that. Man, that went so smoothly. I wonder if that was going to be 3 pride demons, but we dispelled one of them. Crazy. Everblade 2 is 3 super different? Yes, it is. 2 is much slower paced in general. Much slower paced. And there's no, like, rift kind of mechanic or mapping kind of mechanic in the second game. Yeah, 2 and 3 are pretty different. Also, gameplay through story and stuff of 2 and 3 are very different. In 3, you're basically a demigod. It kind of lost. So, as the games have progressed, 4 is supposed to go back to that kind of feel from the first 2, supposedly. But, basically, in the first one, you felt almost hopeless, like just some random, you know, fighter, warrior, whatever you were, whichever of the 3 classes you chose that were thrown into this, and you felt basically powerless, like scrapping your way through these different layers, working your way down. In 2, you were an adventurer, but you weren't like some godlike Nephilim figure from the 3rd one. In the 3rd one, yeah, you're basically a demigod. You're Nephilim, and you are super powerful, and you can just mow down through things. It's a much different feel. You don't get that kind of like dark, gritty, I'm just a random adventurer who stumbled into a world of crap, and oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? It's more like, I don't know, passing judgment. Story mode, almost possible to die. Yeah. Apple IIe floppy 5 floppy disk games. Oh man, floppy disks. I haven't thought about or used a floppy disk in a long time. I haven't played on PC. Can't remember how long. I play Darkest Dungeon these days. I mean, not really, because I know what you're meaning, but in Darkest Dungeon, the characters haven't changed. I'm better with the characters and whatnot, but the story is still a dark one. And towards your characters, whereas like, well, not so much. Skip judgment on the porters. Star ones. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The actual floppy ones, the big like square ones, yeah. They go in the really thin drive. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I hit my mouse on my keyboard. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, not the hard disks. I wonder if you think the interesting thing is like the icon for saving things even today is still like a little hard disk, right? So like little kids that are saving things on their computers and games, that save icon is like a hard disk, and I have no idea what the crap it is. That's interesting that that's still like the universal save symbol. Man, we are like deleting some stuff. Yeah, talking about the 5-inch actual floppies. Now, I'm sure if you say 5-inch floppy to a lot of people these days, they would have no idea what you're talking about. They think you're talking about something completely different. So our hard ones are like 3 or 3.5. We need to get out of that spot. Lewd.
One down.
Man, Sarah's dealing some crazy damage. We got her some crit and attack items the last time we played off these Dwarven ruins. I think like an epic ring and an epic amulet or something, and she's like just ripping things apart, man. So you got fired from your last job. You can just get a job where using your 5-inch floppy is a requirement. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we just basically need to wipe out the Venatori in this area. Venatori. It's probably a note somewhere. We're still... Like, we've only used 3 potions in this trip out, and 2 of those were when Blackwall fell off that hill. Well, what's hitting you, Sarah? Oh, there's an archer over here. It's crazy when she uses that move and just like unloads. Please. Those are like fans. Do not remember those. Oh, speaking of fans, I might have to. Next time I get up, like go use the restroom, or when I go use the restroom, I guess I'll grab the fan. All right, Sarah leveled up. Man, she has some high damage. Crazy. What's her focus? 1,000 cuts. Or stealth shortly after leaving it, your attacks ignore some of your target's armor. Enemies will swear you're still there, attacking empty air. Now move directly through the shadows to attack or retreat when needed. There are a handful of dosed dust into an enemy's face, putting them into sleep for a short time. I don't really like sleep type moves. Their hearts aren't in the fight. It's almost too easy. Your attacks on panicked or sleeping enemies are automatically critical hits. Whoa. We could pair her with Dorian, because he's fire spec'd and all his stuff is making people panic, and she would just crit every single attack during those panics. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, there are a lot of enemies that are immune to panic, like the bigger ones that we don't have any trouble killing little mobs anymore, so I don't know that these are worth a talent point at this stage, but it is kind of crazy how many crits you could get off that. Twin Fangs, Fling Attack, Leap through the Shadows. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Explosive Shot, Shrapnel from Missile Side fills the air and stop deadly reactions that do more damage the more enemies are nearby. So the shot now knocks back your main target. I think we should really look for stuff that's good single target. That's what I'm thinking. A leaping shot. You dive out of trouble and fire a hail of arrows. The enemy close in on you. She already has some moves that are like safety moves, like the evade moves. I don't know if this is that great either. Straight shots. You can move faster while firing without sacrificing accuracy. She also gets 3 decks for that. Full draw. Full draw seems like it'd be good against single targets. 80% weapon damage, 80% at full health. So, man, it deals 1600% damage if it's the first attack that hits something. Enemies hit by full draw are knocked briefly unconscious, but with power of the shot. Enemies hit by full draw are immobilized. Yeah. I think we'll probably just get that. Poison weapon. You coat your weapon in a deadly toxin, making every attack poison enemies for a short time. Does that work with bows, I wonder? Yeah, it must, right? Because we, I think we tried that with Varric, so. Poison helps your blades and arrows bite deeper. You do more damage with your weapon while poisoned weapon is active. Gain health when you attack enemies with poison weapon active. That seems like it might be a good one to go for with her too. So your enemies can make is to let you see them flinch. Whenever you score a critical hit, you regenerate stamina. That seems really nice as well. We have stacked crit on her. I think she has around 40% crit. We'll probably get her higher than that. Critical hits tear through enemy armor. Yeah, it looks like we need to fill in this tree a little bit. All right, we're gonna head towards looked like it hurts, so I guess we'll grab caltrips. We might just turn it off though. We're just using it as a prerequisite. I don't want her to spend stamina on it, so we'll just turn it off. Okay. Thunder, thank you for the follow, Thunder. Welcome in. Sorry I can't type. On Wednesdays only for the first Wednesday. Can't type because we have people spoiling stuff, unfortunately, but still appreciate you. There's a mosaic just laying here? Okay. Yeah, Sarah's like a monster. I can't imagine not taking her. She's dealing so much damage. A little glass cannony, but Craig, 31 months. It's a long time, Craig. Craig, thank you for the resub. Much love to Craig. Hey, Craig. Ahoy. Why haven't I romanced Iron Bull yet? He's just not my type. Bottle of Thetis. Silent Plains Piquettes. An artisanal treatment of a Tevinter slave wine. Grape pomace is soaked and pressed, then buried for a year under the wastes where the first archdemon fell. One assumes they keep finding the stuff. What? I gotta, like, move my mouse further away from my keyboard. I keep hitting my keyboard to the side of my mouse. And it's a Naga mouse, so it has the buttons on the side. Keep accidentally casting things. It's gonna get me in trouble one of these times. Well, I heard a Venatori person. What, I can't pick up this super shiny shield? Shiny shield? Huh. Alright, there's still more. Ah, there it is. Overseer, he's an elite. Oh, okay, I still had the damage reduction. I got stuck in that, but... Apparently an elite that's not immune to knockdown or stun, so that was pretty easy.
This must have been the Venatori's main camp.
Not anymore. Where to now?
Come on. We should still find what they were after.
Just started playing Inquisition last week. Doing a trilogy playthrough. You made it to Inquisition. What are you playing as on Inquisition? Bloodwake. What's with all the unique staffs today? 2, by the way. 2. Sigil of the Great Bear. 100% maximum mana and stamina, but minus 50% mana and stamina regen. That's kind of interesting. More of like a bursty damage sort of sigil, I guess. Lana Quinari, female mage. Draft of Letter to Venatori Magisters. Had you played them before, Craig? Fellow Magisters, we have been given a chance to redeem ourselves after one of our own failed Corypheus at Redcliffe. The Dwarven relics in the tombs are instructions on recreating the masterpieces of one of their finest paragons. They are to be excavated, replicated, and brought back for study. So we were right. The Elder One is generous to let us prove our worth. We cannot disappoint him. Do not spare the slaves. Speed is crucial. To our success. Let us set an example to the rest of the Venatori, mages and commoners both, with our obedience to the Elder One's will. So it's, yeah, it's like I thought of it. Basically, they're trying to get the weapons of mass destruction or whatever. You have played all before in Origin like 10 times. So. You're gonna romance Sarah. I think we can probably just ride there. Cross the desert on a horse with no name. Sometimes I call him Clancy. Or Percy. Or whatever name I feel like calling the horse at that time. Wait, there's something blinking on my radar here. Crap, is it up there? It'd be so much harder to walk up a sand dune like this, especially in all this heavy equipment. Weapons of mass destruction are in the colossal. Yeah, the Colossus is growing. I still haven't seen the Colossus. I gotta remember to keep an eye out for it. He has treasure in his groin. Origin's probably your favorite RPG of all time. Not sure what my favorite RPG of all time would be. More alcohol, flames of Our Lady. A wine with hues that range from blood to fire, always in that order. In the south, take a single draught, shout, "She is with us!" and throw the remainder into a fireplace. In the north, draw steel and march. Yep. Alright. Back on our horse. Doesn't seem like it would be good for horses' legs either. But what do I know? I'm not some sort of horse whisperer or something. Yep, broken legs, done. Horse is now glue. Origin is iconic. You still like Divinity better? I liked Origin just fine. I think my problem with it might be that I'm not a super fan of the... I don't know. Like, I'm a fan of that type of game, but it's not like my absolute favorite genre. And I played it so far after it was new that it... And I know a lot of people will be like, it's aged really well, and that may be the case, but in general, coming into that game after not playing another game like it, really, and also it being out for so long, I don't know, it was good. I liked it, but it wasn't like, it's not in any of my top game lists, which, you know, to each their own, but I know some people are like, what? Origin is the best game of all time. Well, there's another game that I said that about, and it like upset some people. Which one was it? BioShock. I liked BioShock. I thought it was fine. I was blind to BioShock. I played it years and years after it came out, but I was still blind to it. Most of it was kind of predictable, even so, and I liked the game. But it wasn't like one of my very, very favorite games of all time. And we had someone here at the channel who's a regular that has tattoos from BioShock and like quotes from BioShock tattooed on them and stuff. And they were like, it's hard to tell in chat, but they seemed like they were a little upset that I didn't like it more than I did. See that gameplay wise? It's not God of War. Yeah, I loved God of War. You liked Mass Effect better than all the Dragon Age games? Yeah, I think I did too overall. BioShock's a great game. You're very upset about Infinite. I haven't played the other ones yet. Yeah, they're on the to-do list, of course. I'm gonna check over here before we go. Yeah, I thought, and BioShock had some really good moments, but it just isn't like one of my top games of all time or anything. That one bounty game that played itself. Oh, I forget what that was. Yeah. Fan of high fantasy. I like fantasy in general too, and high fantasy too. I don't know though. When it comes to video games, it's weird that that's one of my favorite genres as far as like books and other media. When it comes to video games, I guess it is to an extent, but it's not like my, I don't know. I don't like seek out more like it. It's a weird thing. Great morning program. How's it going, Ashton? You do another bike ride today? Lekker. These things are pretty cool looking. So let's beat it to death. Go bike riding today. Ooh, I'm getting hot. 1300 damage. Whoa. PETA. Much fan. Always lean towards mages. Been a fan of shooters. Fallout New Vegas probably my favorite shooter though. Gotta help Dad with the house, getting stuff ready for new AC units. Could be getting. Oh, I might have to turn the air on here. I really don't want to because I don't want to spend more money on electricity. Trying to save money, so I'm trying to wait as long as I can to turn on the air conditioner. The dinosaur extinction finally explained. The Inquisition showed up. No one was expecting it. They slaughtered all the dinosaurs. I hope New Vegas is a remaster. Love Fallout games. Yeah, I'm still blind to those two, surprisingly. I wouldn't mind putting those on the to play list. You'd have to be done for the ground up. So like Mass Effect, basically. You want Fallout series to get the Mass Effect treatment. Curse of the Dead guy is gonna get a crossover with Dead Cells. That is awesome. No, I hadn't heard about that. I really like Curse of the Dead guns. It's tough though. Speaking of, have you been working on your second temple, Carrots? To New Vegas. April 14th. Whoa, that's right around the corner. That's right around the corner. Cool game with Steam. Yeah, me too, but I usually open games on Steam just through the right click from the desktop, so I hardly ever see like actual pages of information. A 1,000 damage on that ground pound thing. Jeez, man. I'm still using like a level 11 or 12 two-hander. I think I'm level 16. We gotta find a better weapon. I think I need to, like I said, work on some crafting, but probably do that after we finish up here. It's been a long time since I even looked at crafting. What is going on with that box? For the middle temple. You decided to do the middle one before the poison one? Yeah, the middle one's the hardest one for sure. Started Dark Dungeon last night. I get to still kind of learn the game. Yeah, if you ever have any Dark Dungeon questions, let me know, Ashton. Good luck, though. Oh, you beat the poison one. I got you. For some reason, I think last time we talked about it, I think you had only beaten... Friggin' dagger. 247 DPS on a dagger? Wow. I think that's higher DPS than my two-handed weapon here. Anyway, you'd only beaten the Jaguar. Champ, either last night or yesterday. Oh, okay, gotcha. Where do you take the characters to get rid of stress effects? I like putting them in the my favorite is the penance hall. There's two different places. You can go in the tavern, or you can go in oh my god, why can't I think of the name all of a sudden? The like chapel area, the top middle one. The crap. I must be getting super old. My brain just like, nope, time to not remember this thing that you know. The Abbey, thank you. So I really wanted to keep saying sanitarium, and that's where you get rid of negative quirks, so. Yeah, I mainly try to use the penance hall inside the abbey. All right. Solus does have mana, so yeah. That's the upgrade first. I like upgrading the stagecoach to where I get a bigger roster and up to 4 people per week. And then I upgrade the blacksmithing guild to your current upgrade level. And that's basically what I try to do the whole game. And then once we've maxed those things out, then I start working on some like odds and ends. So those are the buildings that I focus on the most. Sanitarium is probably the one I focus on third. So stagecoach, Blacksmith Guild, to kind of intertwine those because they're upgrades, and then Sanitarium, mostly. More portraits. So portraits, you can target them by going to dungeons where it's the quest reward, but also they're just a drop. They're just an heirloom drop. So do longer dungeons. Crap, Solus is getting beat up, yeah. God, I'm trying to charge out of there, but I just couldn't do it. It'll work. Okay, let's have a good shift. I think we're hanging out. Alright, Ashton. Be safe. It's the first people we've had die in a little while. I should have spread them out, but...
Inquisitor.
What? That's me. Whoops. Leader of the Inquisition, by the way. By the way, Solus, I'm sure someone's gonna take fall damage here. Oh, oh, whoa. Sound of the roof closing. I wonder what it actually is. If they only made it with, you know, digital processes, probably, but it's always interesting seeing, especially like back in the day where there was more digital sound manipulation. I used to love seeing like what they use for sound effects in movies and TV shows and whatnot. It's like, oh, you think that's a thunderstorm? No, it's someone pouring BBs down a paper towel roll into a bucket. And just show these like old guys in the studio doing that. Cutter's old freezer is closing. This looks like a very similar rift. Never mind. I did not see that. Get up. Nice. Okay, the one on Solus is down. This is only the first tier of this rift. I know. Poison, poison. Alright. Solus does have Dispel up. Hopefully we dispel something awesome. Oh, I hate these stupid things. Coming, Sarah. Alright, I'm knocking over. We're gonna have to wait again. We must have dispelled the Pride Demon. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, we must have dispelled the big baddie on the second one. Used Dispel on the ground, the rift, it stopped spawning that one. It's good for us. Okay, let's slay the beast. Hunting is probably pastime in the often desolate hissing waste, while Varghests in particular are prized. There are rumors of a rare breed out there. One legendary Varghest known for its intimidating stature. Any hunter able to slay it. ... I think we're almost done with the zone. I want to find these notes, but these are the type of quests that I don't like in this, are things like this where it doesn't show you even like the area to go to for them. It's like I really want to comb the entire deserts. What is it, Spaceballs? Pressing V. But I would like to know more of the story about these dwarves. I mean, we know the gist of it now, but I want more than the gist. Put in the hidden stuff everywhere. I find these kind of things interesting though, like the story of the doors, and I really think it adds to the world a bit. And a lot of these games, when people are like, "Oh, that place is really bland. That place sucks. Whatever." I doubt most of those people end up like reading all the lore in that zone and whatnot. And maybe the argument could be like, "Well, I shouldn't have to read in-game books to know what's going on." I mean, how else are you gonna experience the history unless they make a whole game out of each zone? Yeah, I mean, some of it, obviously. Makes the world richer, yeah. Speaking of the world being richer, how's your reading going? Are you on, like, a schedule now? Like, you read X number of pages a day? What is that? What's going on, Mean? Welcome in. Thank you for coming back. Hello, hello. So Wednesday is our story day. So we play through a story-based game every Wednesday. I know you're new to the channel, so I figured I'd let you know what's up if you were curious. We've been playing through Dragon Age for 10 Wednesdays now. I don't know why. I like this zone, though. 2/3 done with book 9. I think most people will take a year to do it. Do this in 5 months because there's so much other stuff you want to read. It's dense, slow read. It's crazy, man. Are you just like reading some pages any chance you get, or have you become more like regimented with doing it? Okay, so there's a giant creature out here somewhere. We don't know if it's giant, just a larger stature. So I guess we'll just explore around. Oh yeah, you can join the Discord if you'd like. If you'd like to share pictures of your zoo and stuff on there. If you just type !Discord in the chat, it'll bring up the link to it. So Reggie, you've created a reading calendar in your Gmail. Speaking of biking, I was gonna wait and I was gonna post about it, but I used your flasks the other day while I was biking. So I went on kind of a long bike ride, and I took a really light backpack, like a small one. I put some of those flasks in there full of water. Worked out pretty well. I'm curious if people thought I was drinking alcohol though, because I actually rode the bike over to the lake nearby, well, reservoir, and I pulled over to this little area there. It was on Sunday, and there's a lot of people out there like just sitting with their families and like, you know, separated, looking at the water, whatever, enjoying. It was like 65 degrees. It was just really nice. And I pull up next to it and I'm standing by the bike and I take out a flask and I'm just like drinking heavily of this flask. I just down the whole thing. I'm like, these people might think I'm just over here like downing alcohol all the time. This job full of water. Yeah. Tier 3 lyrium. Just ride over to the reservoir, get blasted, and ride my bike home. That doesn't seem very safe. Day drinking. Look at that guy. Always out there day drinking with his bike. It's actually the longest bike ride I've done in a very long time. I've been getting more into biking again recently. Have in a long time. I went for like 6.5 miles. I don't think I've gone more than like a mile on a bike in like 10 years or something. So the 6.5 miles kind of destroyed my legs, but it's all right. It was fun. Where is this monster? I mean, yeah, if we say monster, then it's okay for us to kill it. Is that
They
it?
go past forever.
That's a wyvern. Yeah, it could be in this area too, so. Oh yeah, definitely. Still have to send you some messages. I just keep losing. It's not like super important stuff, but I have like 2 things I need to send you sometime. Oh, there it is. There's the Var guest or whatever. All right. You stunnable? It's not stunnable. Wasn't too bad at all, actually. Wyvern scales. Wyvern scales. I claim this place. The oasis is now ours. Significantly cooler than the open sands. I need an oasis right now. A sweet fragrance drifts down from the trees. So there's something hidden around here. It's probably alcohol again. 90% of the time it's just alcohol. It's a mosaic. That's a big chest. We like big chests here. As long as it has big loot. White wyvern hide. Masterwork critical crafting material. Critical crafting chance 40%. Alright, well I was hoping for like a, you know, an epic two-handed weapon. But I guess that's fine. Got a range there, guy. Ding, ding. It's in the tree? Oh, we found another note. Journal on Dwarven ruins. A few days ago, I turned from a statue to find a human woman staring at me. She didn't react when I screamed or when I ran around picking up my dropped notes. When I asked who she was and how long she had been standing there, she quoted some verses of the chant at me. Polite as you please. I offered her some water, but she shook her head, pointed to the east, and said, "Blessed are those with fortitude, for they preserve in the name of the Maker." When I glanced back, she was gone. Poor woman must be touched. She seemed harmless, but I don't know how she gets around so quickly in this heat. I kind of wanted more information than that, but obviously there's something special about this one we're going to learn about. It still does okay damage, even when we can't stun with it, I guess. Look at those numbers. Two of my favorite things in this game, and in games in general. Big crits and big chests. That's the biggest number we've seen. There's a 2,800. Wait, where'd you take damage from, Sarah? Try to skill, combat roll coming through. I have not tried combat roll, no. Nope, haven't tried it yet. We're just like wrecking this zone, even though we have lower level equipment and everything is our level. I don't know, we're just like tearing things apart. Can't roll's fun. I guess we might as well go finish these rifts off. I mean, hopefully we find the rest of the papers doing this. It seems like so far the papers have been pretty tied to the rifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 rifts left. And there's 5 pages. Oh yeah, the mobs have a lot more health in Nightmare from what I understand. Which is definitely making our playthrough longer. Jesus, Sarah. Yeah, for sure. At least I didn't decide to go with the like lone wolf route or whatever it is. There's a there's like these challenge modes you can turn on, and one of them is that it's just you can't have anyone else in your party. God, that would have been really long. That would have been super grindy. Screw that. Yeah, we'd be dead a lot, or at least running to restore life, restore potions, going back and forth places. I probably have had to have went something else besides this two-handed character. Guessing I would have had to have probably gone like some kind of rogue or archer. Well, in this, those are one of the same in this, but I would have had to play through stealthily. Trial and then have XP1 round level 15. Yeah, I think we have the things being our level everywhere. My stealth. Hey, I saw your comment about Dishonored, and that is considered stealth. If you kill everyone and no one's left to tell people that you were there, that was stealthy. It still counts. How stealthily we're handling this. No one will ever know that we were here. The DLC in this game is... What are you getting hit by, Solus? A spider? Where can spider come from? Just stab everyone stealthily. A giant rage. That's right. The cool thing about Dishonored is when we were playing it for story back in September, whenever it was, I was in that early part of the game, and there was someone in the channel that had played through the game like dozens of times, gotten all the achievements, they speed run the game and stuff like that. And I went this route. I don't know. I just went the way I wanted to go. And they were like, what? I didn't know you could go over the roof there. I didn't know you could do this. And it was like, I think that, I'm not saying that as in like, look what I did. I'm saying it because Dishonored seems like there are so many ways you can do everything. So many routes that you can take. So many ways to approach and complete every objective that even someone that's played through dozens of times can still get surprised by a new spot or route or method. Stealthy like a hurricane. Seer to the bodies, and only one group goes around like murder hobos. All know you were there. Well, that's not true. Other people murder people in this game. And maybe it was the spider. They killed each other. They died at the same time. The one spider and the three giant armored people and the mage. Let's see. We got 3 greater terrors. Okay. Oh, were those out of range apparently? Oh, that sucks. Didn't go too badly. How many things are getting summoned here? Only 4, so odds are these are going to be pretty big enemies. So let's dispel this one. Sarah. Let's get you over here. Solus. Come over here too, where nothing's spawning. I haven't used my Mark of the Rift in a while. I might use that. Yeah, Pride Demon. Okay. Hey, it's Modwife. Sorry, learned to wield an axe. That's right. They all had heart attacks. Wow. wrecked that thing. That was a little overkill. Better overkill than underkill. That's what I always say. Pure spirit essence, more room material. I don't see any Venatori. Wait, did we go to that? It feels like I did.
There's a lot of people interested in the ruins out here all of a sudden. I wonder why.
It's mystery. Also Dwarven weaponry, but don't tell anyone I told you. Can't believe you don't think spiders can use battle axes. Crystalline battle axes. They have 8 legs. Surely they can wield an axe with one of them. I know they don't have any opposable thumbs, but... What is that spot? Man, it's so hard to know. You never know. This zone is enormous. Feels enormous, I think, because it's just such open desert. So it's nowhere near the size of, like, hinterlands, but it feels big. Oh, okay. Let me just reach through this rock face and grab that. Okay, so we've been over there. Man, there's just like nothing. Can you come answer a quick question for you, but it's nothing urgent? Alright guys, I gotta get off here immediately. Oops. Sure. I need to get the fan anyway, so I'll do that soon. I'll probably finish off maybe like this rift, and then I'll come. What is this like crater area? I know I have a horse, but I'm afraid I'm gonna miss something. Although the odds of a note just being out here in the middle of the desert is probably pretty slim. But never can tell. Is there nothing over here? Yeah, it's just the edge of the map. Wait. There's a dead body. Do you have something on you that I can take? What? Come on. This area is weird. Looks like the area like where the dragon of the zone would be found or something. It won't let me go any faster than this. Yeah, edge of the map. All right. All right, let's go check that out. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the fan and check on what my wife needs. So I'm gonna split this recording. How long have we been recording this one? It's actually longer than a lot of them. 2 hours and 15 minutes. All right. I'll be right back. Let me split this recording.